What? What?
Hey Bob, I think he wants to play them.
It's the middle of the night and there's some kind of apparition in our living room. But yeah, okay. Let's play Mysterium. Mysterium is an asymmetrical co-op game of inductive reasoning for 2 to 7 players, though it probably plays best with about 4 or 5. Think an infinitely more interesting interpretive version of Cluedo, if you like. One player takes on the role of the ghost of a recent murder victim, while the rest are psychic investigators tormented by visions from said spirit, who crucially has no other means of communicating with the living, obviously because they're dead. I mean, visions are delivered via these gorgeously illustrated art cards. More on them shortly. The psychics, meanwhile, must work together to decipher who committed this most heinous of crimes, the location of the deed, and the murderer's weapon of choice. The ghost has all of this information tucked away behind their screen and must use the best vision cards in their hand to communicate said info to the psychics. Now, there are quite a few more rules to consider, but for the sake of brevity, let's leave it there because it's these cards that are the true beating heart of this gem of a game. Each of these cards features a different abstract image. See, all of these images present different colour palettes, objects, scenery, and so on. This one, for example, shows a cluster of candles floating over a red staircase in front of a deep violet sky. This one depicts a golden apple stuck with needles amidst a blood-red backdrop, and this one shows a posh rat shopping in a marketplace, because why not really? The ghost deals these cards to the psychics in an effort to steer them towards the correct murder suspect, crime scene, and weapon, but, and here's where things get tricky, they can only choose from the 7 cards that are in their hand at any given time and are therefore limited in what they choose to play. Given the abstract nature of the imagery presented on these cards, you may think that this would put the ghost in the frustrating position of lacking the cards necessary to communicate effectively, and in a less exquisitely designed game, it might. But in Mysterium, just about any random combination of 7 vision cards will seemingly give you something to work with, which just blows my tiny mind. Look at this stack of cards. There are 84 ethereal visions in this deck, and just about any combination of 7 will give the ghost something that they can use to play to the psychics. How the game's designers and illustrators managed to achieve this balance, I may never know, but perhaps it's due to the many ways that each image can be read. Now, depending on who you're playing with and how well you know them and how their minds work, you may want to play a card that features a familiar scene, or a relatable shape, or a common theme, or colour palette, and so on and so forth. Take this potentially murderous magician, for example. The ghost wants to direct a particular psychic towards them, and so they could play the posh rat card, because the shape of the cane resembles that of the magic wand. Or perhaps the apple card, because they think that the person receiving it will be drawn to the vibrant red of this handkerchief. They could also play these cards one after the other to the same psychic to compound the idea that it's the magician they're after. Take care when selecting what cards to play, however, as another player could take the marketplace setting here as a clue pointing towards the housekeeper, or the beads of the abacus in the foreground there as a nod towards the nun's rosary beads. The game actually facilitates social interaction in a really fascinating way because it helps you to learn how your friends and family read an image and how they think. So, not only is Mysterium gorgeous, beautifully designed, and so much fun to play, but it can actually help you to engage with and learn more about your loved ones. If any of this sounds appealing to you, then please treat yourself to this one. I promise you, it's worth every penny. Oh, and apparently it can help you with a haunting. So that's... What was that? What was that?
I don't know.
Get the camera, Chris.